Hi everyone. Um, so I want to do a quick, not quick. I'm not putting any limitations on this. I just want to do a twin flame reading finally. Um, yeah, I've been called to do one for the past couple of days, and here I am. Sometimes it takes me a little while to go ahead with this stuff, and I have to get myself in the right frame of mind as well. So what we're going to do is I am going to just find out who is doing this reading with us. And meanwhile, we're going to shuffle some cards. Hope everyone's been doing well. And I just want to say as a reminder, be careful what you wish for. I know a lot of us have been really struggling with what's been happening at the moment, and the lack of control that we have in this journey as to what happens. But the thing is that we've got lack of control in one way, but in another way we have complete control because we get to control ourselves and our mannerism. Even if it really isn't that easy. It doesn't sound that easy. So just going to use these cards. So these are the Journey of Love. Yes, Journey of Love deck. And I'm just going to pull a card from the Light Keepers deck. I have a feeling, yep, you want to come with, yeah, okay. So you came out last night. One more. So we have is Paul the Venetian. Oh yeah, got a few here. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. We've got a few different guides here, guys. So I'm going to go with the message and just see how this pans out for us. I'm going to need that deck. So the first card here we've got is the Light Field. So here we have, okay, so we've got the Light Field, and what I've just pulled is a bunch of cards from the Light Keepers deck. So I feel this message is connecting in with the light workers, our light beings, in order to understand how to navigate this journey and in order to learn how to manifest and create what we would like into our reality. So I'll go through the light workers that came out now. So we've got Mary Magdalene. It says you have something important to share. Follow your inner call. Don't let anyone stop you. Got Mary Magdalene. We've got Ganesh. We've got Paul the Venetian. So I read up a little bit about him yesterday because he dropped out yesterday. And he comes through in order to help people on their paths, not necessarily, but with creativity. And what I took from that message was that he's a creator, as are we, and he's here to help us create the lives and the dreams that we want into this reality, okay? And that's in a creative way. I don't know how to say this. Dwal cool. Dharma unfolding. Remember that you're both on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Ooh. Ooh. So it actually says, remember that you are on a path, but we're doing a twin flame reading, so isn't that amazing? Remember that you are both on a path. So it's not just about whoever's watching this, it's about the other one too. And it is quite easy to forget that, isn't it? So connecting in with the light workers in order to create the light that we need, in order to lift the vibration that we need on this earth, and also connecting in. I know it came up a little bit in my last reading, but connecting in to your path work and what you're here to do, not just what you're here to do on your own, but what you're here to do together, because it's a huge part of the journey. I know I've been reluctant to kind of look at that and delve too far into the future, but it's been coming up a little bit now. So it is time. It's time to look outside the square and start to realize that, hey, this isn't just about like the two of us coming together, but it's about coming together to create light in this world and lift the vibration of the planet, and come into our mission together, as we're here to do mission work together. So it's time to, it's the one main message that I'm getting from this is it's time to look outside the square. Time to look outside the square. And so Mary Magdalene, I'm just going to pull her card up as we talk about that. So time to look outside the square, and we've got Mary Magdalene here too. And she says you have something important to share. Follow your inner call, don't let anything stop you, right? So if you're unaware or unsure of what is happening on your life path, then you can connect in with Mary Magdalene, because she's a twin too. The light workers, I think they're all twins. We've all got twins, so with Jesus, by the way. So she comes with she's offering to step forward and help you find your light, right? But help you find your life's path and your journey. So you can call her in and ask her for help. You can do this in your dream state or in your conscious state, whatever it is, however far along you are, and however secure you feel within connecting to spirit. So don't forget to just to call in the light and only purity, and she will come along and help you find your way, find your calling. So then the next card is riding the cosmic wave. Sorry, they're just wanting me to pull one more card on that, what I've just spoken about, so I'll do that. That's good. Sorry. Okay, there's one more card. Maybe we wanted to pull that with that. Okay. Oh, they're all. Oh no. Okay. Alright, so I've just asked for some clarifiers around those two cards, and I've got the base chakra. So there's some sexual healing, and also, you know, Mary's all in red too. So there's some base chakra healing to do here. So doing the groundwork in order to, so pulling yourself out of this sadness and this isolation. Where's this coming from? Is it yours? Is it your twins? Where is this coming from? So looking into it and asking what is making you feel this way. I feel there's some base chakra work to do around here, so there could be some clearing in the base chakra to do. But this is really firm foundation. So the basis of it, you know, if you get into if you're feeling lonely and isolated and sad, and then you get into a relationship, it's not going to stop you feeling lonely, isolated, and sad, because it's only going to fill the void for a little while, right? Ultimately, that void lies within you, and so it's time to heal. But I feel like this has already started. This has already started healing the sadness and the isolation. So just being wary of that. If you haven't, if that's not something you're delving into, then could be something to look into. I know that came up for me probably middle of last week. So again, you can call in Mary Magdalene and ask her to do the work with you. So just you can do your healing together with Mary Magdalene. Remember to do your chakra healing. But look into the truth. We're building firm foundations here. That's what we're doing. We're not, no more waiting around. You know, we are building firm foundations. So getting onto your life path, getting onto your career, looking into the voids that you're waiting to be filled, and just keep doing the work. And just remember that every time you're struggling or you need to see the light, you can call in any of these light workers, or anyone that you resonate with, and they can help you sort of get back on top. So I know sometimes, sadly enough, it feels good to stay in the dark and stay in that isolation, but it doesn't really get us anywhere. So it is what it is. All right, so next card we've got here is Riding the Cosmic Wave. Again, there's a lot of pain in this card, a lot of pain. Wow. So that's all transmuting. This is the old ways. This is the old ways that are leaving us. They're shifting out of us. All this pain, it's all come to surface, but it's leaving now. I can see it's leaving, and it's leaving with this cosmic gateway, this transition with the planets, with the stars, with the moons. So using the galactic energies, the astrology to work with what's coming up. Work with what's coming up and work through it. But there's a lot of pain and sadness. So if you're stuck in that pain and sadness, it's time to look at from the bigger picture and time to pull yourself out of it. That's the next step. So I feel like this lonely isolation stage is leaving us, and this is the next step, is to pull yourself out of that hurt and that pain and that sorrow and start to look at things from another perspective. Notice the signs and the synchronicities and go with the flow. Just allow the flow to carry us forward, because the flow is going to take us to where we need to get to. And in here I see swans, 2 swans, which are so I've heard the twin flame symbol. So going with the flow will get you to where you need to go. So just keep transmuting that energy, those energies, and going with the flow, and like feel the pain, but allow it to leave you. Don't get sucked into it, because it does hurt, but we don't really necessarily need to go through that anymore. So this is again as well about leaving the past behind you and moving forward. You need to leave the past behind you in order to move forward, and allow the new to come in. So I'm going to go into the next card. All right, so she's the moon we've got here. Again, I feel some sexual energy healing going on here. This card is really sensual. Sorry that, the pictures are really abstract. So it's a little bit harder to get the messages off them. So again, this is going with the flow, but I feel like the flow is going to be taking us into some sexual sort of healing, some intimacy issues. What is it about your body that you do not like? And it might not just be about you, but what are you seeing in other people that you are judging or you don't like? Because that's a huge, again, everyone is mirroring our emotions. So I'm going to ask to get a clarifier around that. So again, this is seeing, so there's some healing going on around the sexual energies. If it hasn't started already, it will start to happen. This is how you perceive yourself, or how you're being perceived by the public, and feeling comfortable with yourself in your true being, in your true sense. I'm going to show you the photo in a minute. Just getting one more. Wow. This is the photo, and this is from my Hawaiian deck. So it's all in Hawaiian, so whew. How are you perceiving yourself? And also getting your body ready for this great rebirth. We're going through major changes at the moment. Going through major changes, and we're getting our bodies ready for rebirth. So it could be that you're feeling cramps, pains, all this sort of stuff. But this card that I've just again asked for confirmation is fertility again. So I'm getting it's rebirth, and it's transformation, and it's transformation within your body, your mind, your soul, right? So it's coming into complete transformation within your physical being. So working on the physical, on the emotional state, on the spiritual state, and now on the physical being. So I feel like a lot of physical, sexual body image things are going to be coming up in some way or another. So that's just just keep going with the flow, go with the flow and do the healing. So whatever presents, riding the cosmic wave, whatever presents itself, just go with it and keep healing. Because you have what it takes, and you're already seeing yourself from a state of love, and this is also being comfortable and aware with who you are in your own body, and who you are physically, but who you are spiritually as well. It's embodying the new energies that we're mastering, embodying the new energies that the planets are bringing upon us, and I know, like, when you first have your awakening, it's really scary to tell people what you're into and what you do, because you feel like you're going to be judged, right? You're feeling like ugly or odd or strange, but know that, like, this is what we're here to do. So this is just about getting comfortable with yourself, feeling comfortable with yourself, and as you start to do that, you're going to go through a complete transformation, a complete rebirth. Again, there's a fertility card here. So rebirth, transformation, could be literally new baby for some of you. So go back to that inner child healing as well. Go back to that inner child. Why you feel this way? Why are you so scared to show off your figure? Why are you so scared to be who you are? Go back to your inner child and do some healing around that. So it's a roundabout. So it could even go back to being in the womb, because I know there's a struggle with sometimes, with not with everyone, with some people having a baby feel and being worried or scared about their body changing, right? And so that worry about your body changing, that has an impact on the child. So this could be inner womb healing that needs to be done around body image. So it's taking on your mother's, your sister's, your brother's, whatever it is, your father's body image issues, and working through that to find clarity. That's your next step. That's where a block is. There's a block there. There's a block there. So Ganesha is coming through to work with you on that one. So if you want to work through that block, I'd call in Ganesha. And the card says infinite abundance, obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. So inner child, family healing there around self-image, okay? and you can call in Ganesha to work with you on that one. So Mary Magdalene to work with you on your path, and finding your path and your inner truth, and your inner ability, and Ganesh to work through through your self-image, worries and issues, and any blocks around that. So again, this is going back to inner child wounding, around self-image, and it could be linked to ancestral. It's something ancestral down the DNA line. Okay, so got lots of cards everywhere now. So the next card we've got is Shifting Universe, and I feel like it links up with this. They all link up, but I'm getting that these two go together again, so I'm just going to show you them together. So Shifting Universe, and she is the moon. Okay, so this is understanding the internal clockwork, if you like, within yourself and your body in order to understand how you work and why you're going through the shifts that you're going through, why there is, I guess, why there is this separation, why there are difficulties, hardships, what we are healing. To know and understand exactly what we were healing, they're asking you to look into the internal clockwork, and I feel this connects back to the universe, connecting into your birth charts. They're asking us to look into our birth charts and start to know and understand what it is exactly we were called into this earth to do. So each of us are born into this earth at exactly the same right time, right date, right day, right name, to create in this universe, according to our birth charts. So we all have so our genetics, our personality traits are all linked back to our birth charts. And the universe is asking us to connect in with the birth charts because they also tell you exactly what your mission is here on Earth. Your birth chart will link you in to exactly what your exactly what your mission here is on Earth. So connecting back into that first question, what is my mission? There's a big key there. So connecting into the universe, knowing and understanding that everything happens for a reason, and at exact timing. So nothing happens prior to that timing. And I know we say this all the time, but if you really connect it into the planets and say that nothing happens, everything happens for a reason, nothing happens out of order, really, there's nothing we can do about the changing planets. They just happen. And again, if you link it up to the planets, like that's huge. There's nothing you can shift within that. You just have to trust that everything happens in divine right timing. So there's a lot of research for us to do here, but yeah, looking into your birth charts in order to know and understand how things work and how you work within yourself, because it will help you see. I feel like looking into your birth charts might help you see what's best for you internally as well. So what you can deal with, why you maybe struggle with this particular thing emotionally, or genetically, or whatever it is. I feel you're going to find a lot of your answers in your birth chart, and it's going to help you work through it. Okay, and so in this way, Paul the Phoenician, he's coming in to work with you on this. So again, it says share your gifts with grace and wave of inspiration, and love. Share your gifts with grace, and waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So he will help you look into, so he's master creativity. They say that he was an artist. I'm going to read what he actually was so that you can have a little bit more detail on that. feel like this reading's taken a whole new level of depth, yeah, which is really good. We've obviously needed it. We're obviously ready for it too. So Paul the Venetian is said to be the ascended master form of Paleo Veronese, a famous artist of the Italian Renaissance. The Venetian refers to the fact that he was connected to Venice, Italy. It is believed that on his passing in 1588, he had the opportunity to help humanity by sharing his lifelong wisdom. He is the keeper of life who helps us accept our talents and hone our skills so that we can share the beauty of our soul with the world. He brings waves of good energy, grace and encouragement, and works with all artists, musicians, designers, and anyone who needs support in channeling their talents. So there you go. Whatever creative ideas you're having at this time, they are inspired by the divine. Paul the Venetian is here to help you channel your gifts. You may have felt blocked or held back in the past, but now it's time to recognize how talented you are. Follow your bliss and share your grace. Your creativity is a gift to the world. And as you share it with all those around you, you make space in your heart for goodness to enter. Recognize your gifts today and express your creative self in a way that suits you. Yeah, so looking into your creativity, just looking beyond what is. And all these cards really, they're forcing me to look beyond what is, because there is simply no clues in these cards. I know with other cards you can look at the, let me see, you can look at the pictures and you can I want to show you the difference. You might see expressions in people's faces, or you might see a rose, or I just love that this is the actual card that came out, so I'm going to include this in the reading, but it's letting go. So there's so many symbolic meanings in that card, which is a clear picture, but in something like this, you have to look way beyond what it actually says. So the only thing that I got is clockwork. Everything happens like clockwork, and I'd connect that into divine timing, knowing and understanding that everything happens in divine right order, and seeing the beauty of it and the creativity of the whole thing. In order to let go and allow spirit, so I'm just going to pull these cards out as well. In order to let go and allow spirit to do the work and allow the planets to do the work, etc., etc., letting go is really, we all know, really important part of this process. And all I want to do was show you a card in the deck. I wasn't even going to pull out anything meaningful, but of course, can't control what comes out. So letting go, allowing the universe to do what work it has to do in order to manifest this partnership and this divine partnership and divine love and romance into this universe, and really understanding that this twin journey is way beyond our our understanding. Way beyond anything that we've ever done before, way beyond our conscious minds. This is something that's been planned way before we even came into this earth, into this time. So really understanding the journey, and that it's a large process, is to let go, start working on your, start learning about the energetics, okay? Learning about the planets and what's going on, going with the moon, going with the flow, finding out about your life path, your career, what you're here to do, what you're destined to do, because you're destined to do it together. So really honing in on your skills that you are here to do in this lifetime. And this reading, I'll tell you what, it is, for me, what it feels is a whole level deeper than what I've dared to do before in my readings. So honestly, it's the next level. So it's really it's time to start honing in on your skills and your availabilities, your, I don't know why they're saying availabilities, on everything that is available to you in this lifetime on this earth. I mean, we've got all this magic, we've got all these powers. I just shuffled the cards, and letting go, detachment, moving on came back out. So so fairy time, time shifts, dimensional slips. Yeah. So again, working with the light workers, connecting into spirit, connecting into source, seeing that everything is way beyond our conscious minds, our conscious understanding. So sounds stupid and ironic, but understanding that everything is way beyond our understanding. And daring to dream. Daring to dream. Daring to understand that you have the ability to create whatever it is that you desire in this lifetime. And I feel like it's just behind that door. What we desire is just behind that door. We just got to get to the door. And it's icy, it's slippery, it's scary, it's unknown, but it'll melt when the time is right, and you'll be able to get there. I was just watching, I'm not sure who knows this or likes it, but I was watching an episode of Charmed before, and it reminds me, and there was one of them, and they were saying you have the ability to create and to manifest yourself into whatever you desire. You have the ability to transport yourself and your desires into anything. We have the ability to manifest anything we desire. How's that? Anything. It's time to start manifesting. It's time to stop closing our eyes to what's going on. Stop pretending like it isn't happening or playing the victim, and create your desires. Manifest what it is that you want in your life. You have the ability to create anything you desire. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to show you this card as well. I'm just grabbing another yeah, Simply Love. So this is, you know what, I've been in such a struggle lately, and this reading is, when I say off the charts, it's way beyond, yeah. So I've been in, I've got quite a few cards here. I need to check the time. Okay. So we're going to have to close off this reading, or just at least make it part one, maybe, of the reading. Just going to quickly get through this, and then I'm going to have to head off. So we have, I don't know how to say his name, Dwal. Cool. And it says, remember that you are on a path, take one step at a time to happiness. And so going back into this, we have the ability to manifest our dreams and our desires one step at a time. So visualize the outcome, visualize the overall picture, and then you just have to take one step at a time to get yourself to to your ideal outcome. Okay? So this is really seeing yourself for who you are, in sensuality, in love, in beauty. Simply loving yourself for who you are. Simply loving yourself for who you are. It says beauty, my hand's over it, but simply loving yourself for who you are and those around you. So knowing and understanding that those around you, knowing, loving all the things in everyone around you. So even the bad, seeing what's what you don't like or what's harmful for you, and loving it, because we are all different. We are all love. We're all different. And otherwise the world would be totally boring. So it's time to listen to, I feel like they're saying, listen to your heart and listen to those around you. You are getting messages left, right, and center. Just listen. It could be from your child. You could have a message or a sign coming from your child. It could be from a dog. It could be from anyone. We have a light being in the background. So listen. Okay? Listen to your inner knowing. Listen to your truth. It's time to pull off the mask. It's time to pull off the mask of deception and look into the reality. And that card came out as I was saying that I've really been struggling to see how this is going to happen. And it's not up to me to see how this is going to happen. It's up to me to trust the universe. So I can't imagine I'm the only one feeling this way. But yeah, it's time to pull off the mask, see things for how they really are. Simply love. Simply love. See things for how they really are. Simply love what is. Seeing further than the surface. Temptation. So we've got deception and envy and temptation, and then moving on, except the moving on card came out upside down. So this is this is giving in to temptation. This is giving in to temptation. Taking the mask off. Taking the mask off and giving in to temptation. Allow yourself to see what is really there. Allow yourself to see the love that is there and feel the love that is there. Simply love. Yeah. Allow yourself to see and feel the connection that is there, because it is real and it's not going away. It's not going away. I'm going to cry. It's not going away. Oh. Listen to your heart. Listen to your desires. Do the work. You're not moving on. You're not moving on. Things are going to happen very, 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 very fast once it happens. Not moving on. We're there. We're there. I know this came up a couple of weeks ago, but we're still there. We're not moving on. Keep doing the work, and things are going to unfold before your eyes before you can say boo. And not to be closed-minded to that, because what I've noticed is when things like this come up, we're there. It can also be finances. It can be whatever you're working on. So if you're working on getting your finances in order, your house in order, moving house, whatever it is, moving houses, clearing out things, whatever it is, you're there. And we know that part of the journey is, of course, getting your career undergo, getting into your mission, getting into your life path, just and allowing yourself to love and breathe. So that's the last message. We're not moving on. We're there. We're exactly where we're meant to be. Exactly where we're meant to be. Feeling as though I want to pull one more card, but I do have to go. It's going to be a confirmation card of what we were just talking about. Okay, so they're just asking me, so this is just going back into the original message that came up, and it's feeling alone and seeking. And so again, please don't forget to look into your heart. See where that void is. Why you feeling alone. See where that void is. Again, it's a red card, so base chakra, Mary Magdalene. She's going to do some work with you. You could even call her in to help you do some work while you sleep, but better off to connect in with her and do the work properly, consciously. So feeling alone, it's almost over. You've just got to look into that void. Why are you feeling alone? Because you're not alone. You've got the nature around you. You've got life around you. So when you're feeling alone, don't forget that you've got everything around you. All you have to do is seek. All you have to do is seek guidance, seek love, look at the signs, connect into nature. You have everything around you that you need. We're never alone. We're never alone. So strong message I've taken from this whole reading is connecting into spirit. So if you have been avoiding connecting into spirit for guidance, for clarity, for help, it's really important you start doing that, connecting into the planets, into numerology, into all that stuff. If you haven't looked into it, it's time to start assessing and like analyzing what's going on there, in order to understand what we're here to do from a higher level. And I just want to say, what you seek is seeking you. What you seek is seeking you. He's got his eyes closed, or she, and he can't see these birds looking at him, right? But there's two birds there. This is the twin flame. There's also two branches. I think there's two birds there. And there's also a lot of green in there. So connect into your heart. You have everything within you that you need to manifest, to co-create, to get you to this end result that you desire. And it's not the end, it's the start. But to get you to this result that you desire, you have everything within you. It's just about alchemizing yourself with nature. Open your eyes, look at the signs, connect in, and become one with earth. Become one. You are not alone. We are all one, not alone. And what you seek is seeking you. Because those birds are checking him out, and he don't realize. He's wanting them to connect. He's really wanting the birds to connect with him. And he doesn't realize that they're doing it already. So on that note, to remember that we are not separate from our twins. We are one. Therefore, we're not alone, and we're not in separation. It's just the physical realm. In the 5D, in the spirit realm, These two birds are looking down on us going, you idiots. Come on. We're together. Look at us. We're together. Look. Okay. Now that I've called everyone an idiot. All right. So thanks so much for that. That really was something completely different for me. So I hope that was for you guys too. And I hope you got what you needed. Really happy to have some feedback. If you'd like a private reading, you can email on. We've got like a little leprechaun here dancing around in the background. I can feel him. Cheeky. So connect in, have fun with the nature realm, with the fairies, with the light workers, everyone, have fun. And if you'd like a private reading, and listen to your heart, listen to your heart. So if you'd like a private reading, info at carlasreadings.com.au. You can also check out my website, which is carlasreadings.com.au. Check me out on Facebook, which is Carla's Readings, or Instagram, which is also Carla's Readings. Surprise, surprise. So I do Skype readings, and if you are in Melbourne, then we can do face-to-face. I also do healings, healing work, so whatever it is you feel pulled to do. Thanks, guys. Bye.